Hi and welcome to another video. In this one, I thought we would explore all of the hotels of Disneyland Paris, take a look at what's included, a little bit of a tour, some of the amenities that the hotels offer, where the restaurants are, just to help you guys if you are coming for the first time, so you know where things are, what's included, things like that. I know some people like to know before time. If you're coming for the first time, you've maybe got that little bit of anxiety about, you know, where things are and what's included, things like that. So we're going to take a little bit of a look at all of the resort hotels and just see what's what with them, just to try and help people out if they are coming for the first time. So we're standing in front of Santa Fe, which is the most budget-friendly Disney hotel. So we're going to go and take a look at that one first and start there. This one and Cheyenne are the only two Disney hotels which are spread out over a larger area. This one, Santa Fe, has 4 blocks, which are Lightning McQueen, Mater, Sally and Luigi. So there's 4 different sort of blocks, and those blocks have multiple buildings in them. Same with Cheyenne, there's multiple buildings over there as well, which are named after, you know, Jesse James and various different sort of cowboy themed ones. So let's make a start at all the hotels. We are going to go around every single one. There'll only be room tours for Cheyenne and Sequoia in this video, as that's the only ones we are staying this trip. We have stayed at Santa Fe before as well. Newport, long time ago, but Santa Fe we have stayed at, so I'll try and find some of the footage for the rooms on that as well. Let's get in there and let's take a look. The Hotel Santa Fe, as I mentioned earlier, is Cars themed. It did used to have a completely different picture, which was kind of like, I think, a Clint Eastwood cowboy kind of one, but then the resort was rethemed quite a while ago now to be more Cars themed. So the first little tip I want to give about Disney's Hotel Santa Fe is literally right outside the entrance gate to Santa Fe, and that's the fact that there is a little garage which is just outside. Now if you are looking for some cheap snacks for the room, crisps, chocolate, drinks, things like that, getting them from there will save you a little bit of money because they are much cheaper than they would be in the actual shop in the Disney's Hotel Santa Fe, or even Cheyenne for that matter. So we are going to start at the front of the reception when you first come in, and we'll be doing that on each of the hotels. So you can see that's where you would just come in the reception there, various artwork on the walls and things like that. And this is all the arrival desks, so you can see there's the reception there when you come in to check into the resort. We've got all the reception there where you can go and get your room keys and things like that. This is quite a big area. Each hotel does have a meet and greet with various characters. Santa Fe's is inside, as you can see, where the season's greeting is. That's where you would normally do a meet and greet. It is the end of the Christmas season here at Disneyland Paris, so all these decorations will be coming down soon. Depending on what time you arrive, it can get quite busy in any of the resort hotels if there's flights or anything arriving at the same time, so you could have a little bit of a wait. So in this area, there's not much here apart from the sort of concierge and things like that, and also the reception desks. But as we walk down this main corridor, the first thing we're going to see on the left is the Starbucks, and I believe it is only Santa Fe and Cheyenne that actually have the Starbucks in them. Hotel New York, Sequoia, none of them other resorts have a Starbucks in them. As we can see, we have a few little tables in here where you could sit and just have your coffee if you want to come down, but maybe a little pastry and things like that. So everybody knows what a Starbucks is, so, but they have got little sort of takeaway things in the fridge. They've got pastries, obviously all your coffees and things like that, where you could come in and get whatever you want to start the morning off. So as we continue down through this long corridor, on the right here there's going to be some toilets, so if you've just arrived and your room's not ready, you can pop to the toilets before you head into the parks. On the left we have the store, which does have obviously various bits of merchandise and things like that. I don't think there's any resort specific merchandise like there is at like the Disneyland Hotel or Hotel New York, where there was a Hotel New York lounge fly or candles or things like that. But you have got all sorts of pins and key rings and things like that you could get. There is a small selection of t-shirts, like we've got the Disneyland Paris collection here with the ears lounge fly bags, some of the shirts and things, some hats. We've got some of the plushes over there as well. And then again we've just got some of the t-shirts, and again it's the winter season, so things like sort of beanies and things are out if you haven't got any sort of cold weather hats and things. Got some merchandise for together as well, with the ears and the t-shirts. And then they've got some frames, and you can buy the photo pass or get your photo pass photos here as well if you're staying in the resort. If you've been out in the parks all day, had some photos taken. They do have a few snacky things as well. So we've got a few drinks, some potato chips or crisps if you're from the UK, some sweets, and then again just some little bits of merchandise and things like that as well. So just for a little bit of wayfinding, that's towards the reception area where we've come from. There's the store, and then we are going to head down this way, and these are the kind of last things in this resort really, where you have the Rio Grande bar. And the Rio Grande bar is, you can see, is open from 5:30 till midnight, where you could potentially come and have a little bit of a drink. Can't get in at the moment, but you can kind of get an idea. There's tables and things like that as where, and just past those gates, that is the La Cantina, which is the buffet area and things like that. These some of the cocktails and things and the drinks. And obviously all this will be in the Disneyland Paris app. So if we literally just do a 180 from here, we'll be back into this little middle area here. Everything is well signposted in the resort, so there should be no problem finding anything. Down here is La Cantina, which is the restaurant area. And it is an all-you-can-eat buffet. It is the only restaurant. Some hotels do have two. We only have one in Santa Fe. As you can see, for the breakfast here, it's €22 for an adult and 18 for a child. That's at the time of filming this, which is January 2025, as will be for all of the resorts. And then for the main buffet, we've got €35 for an adult and 20 for a child as well. So that's where we were, just in there at the entrance to La Cantina. And as you can see, it's just one long building, and we've just walked down that one corridor from the reception area. So there is access outside as well. So you can see you can get into La Cantina there. You can get into the trading post, which is the store there. And you can also get into the Starbucks there as well. So if you wanted to go into the store or you wanted to go into the Starbucks, you can do without going into that main reception area. It can be a little bit loud, especially if it is a busy time, or especially if some of the characters are out and everybody's meeting and greeting. You can just go straight into Starbucks and back out if all you wanted was a coffee. So as you can see, the whole resort is set out over those 4 areas that I spoke of, which go all the way from up here, and literally there is multiple buildings, and they go all the way down to Sally, which is right down the bottom. And like I said, this is the most budget friendly, so if you are looking for a little bit of a cheaper trip, this is probably the hotel for you. Cheyenne normally is a little bit more expensive, but not massively so. Personally, we do enjoy staying at Cheyenne more. This is the first time this trip we have done it for quite a while. We have stayed at Cheyenne, but not for a lot of years. The last couple of times we've been recently has been Santa Fe, but after staying in Cheyenne this time, I would sort of prefer that one. So I've come up to one of the taller buildings on the resort, which is probably about 4 or 5 floors. And don't worry about that, there is some lifts in these larger buildings. Obviously, you can't be dragging cases or any sort of push chairs and things like that up 4 or 5 floors. So there is lifts in some of the taller buildings. But I wanted to give you an idea of how large and expansive this resort is. When I was talking about the garage earlier, where this sign is, that's the big sort of cars mural at the front of the resort that we could see earlier on. Just off to the side of that is the garage I was talking about earlier when I was in the trading post, with a few of the snacks and things in as well. So it is very, very close to the resort. But just to give you an idea, all of the buildings obviously sort of have lights on the tops, so you can get an idea of the resort goes all the way over there. There's the main building at the front, and then it goes all the way over there as well. Very quick room tour because I've just got the cases, but I'm standing at the door, back to the door, got a little safe, little area for the cases or hanging clothes and things like that. There is a little shelf there. There's a little mirror. It's obviously all cars themed. I've got a picture of Mater, glare for the lights, but there's a picture of Mater there. We've got the cars themed lights, we've got a couple of beds, like the cozy corn lamp, obviously TV and things. Then we've got the bathroom, got a little bar of soap, hairdryer, got the mirror there, all cars themed again, toilet, shower, bath, just everything you need for a stay really. And if you're interested in looking at the other resorts, just to give you an idea, if I spin around, you will see behind we have Hotel Cheyenne just across the river there. So there's the river, and literally on the other side of that is the Hotel Cheyenne, which is the next hotel on our list. So let's head over there. So here we are at Cheyenne, and as I mentioned earlier, we are just at the main entrance and we've come straight into the resort. So we have here the arrivals desk. There's also the information board, which there is at the front of every hotel as well, giving you times of the parks and things like that. And then you've got the main arrivals and also the reception over there, and there is a little desk there. And when we had already pre-checked in the other day, which you can do in the app within 7 days, that was where we were sent rather than the main reception. It was literally just pick up the packet and that was it. So what we are going to do in this one is start here, which is the Chuck Wagon Cafe. So we're going to start at the Chuck Wagon. So if you have breakfast or evening meals or anything, but it's part of a package or anything, you can go there. There's also some toilets down there as well. And we have got a dinner booked in there tonight, so I will put a little bit of footage in so you can see what it's like inside there, what some of the food's like, things like that as well. So this is the Chuck Wagon. There's a lot of seating. Unlike some of the other restaurants, there is actually a bar, so you do pay when you come in for your meal, and then any additional drinks that you want, because you do get one soft drink included with all of the buffets, but any additional drinks you will pay for at the bar. And there's even more seating through here as well. It's all really well themed. This is almost like a sort of little dance hall. There is ice water you can get with jugs and stuff as well, but again, there's even more seating right at the back through all here as well. If we just go through here, this will be for all of your food. So I'm just going to start at the top and just do a loop around. So here, Susie Wong's Wok. So we have crispy potatoes, we've got some breaded chicken bites. There are little mini Mickey waffles filled with cheese. And there's some dab fritters. And we've got some chili, we've got some green beans, we've got Mickey cheese ravioli, we've got pasta stuffed with braised meat, which is the back one over there. And then we've also got some tomato sauce for your pasta as well. Tex-Mex lasagna, which I highly recommend. There's also some bread rolls. There's a selection of sort of pastas, shrimps, olives. There is hard-boiled eggs, pâté en croûte. We have some salads and things like that as well. Look, what looks like some salmon, tomatoes, carrots, cheese, various different things. And then you can see there's an omelette station where they'll make you a fresh omelette as well. You've got ribs, got some smoked paprika chicken thigh as well as some chips. There's absolutely plenty of options to eat in here as well, and it's not bad, €40. And then you've got a selection of desserts and cheeses and things like that as well. So you can see there's various different cheeses there, some camembert, some brie, some pepper jack, and then we've got some desserts, just apple pie, mousses, various different things. So absolutely loads of choice. So this large queue is actually for a meet and greet with Woody. You can just see Woody in there meeting everyone, but this is the queue to meet Woody currently. We can see some of the theme in here as well. We've got the nice fireplace going. There is a little area for the little ones with some cartoons on and things like that, some crayons to draw, and then we've got all this theming. It's very sort of themed to the Wild West and things like that, as you can see. So it makes it very much feel like a barn with the high ceilings. And so yeah, so the only thing that's at this end is basically checking in, and also the chuck wagon, and also the toilets. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn around and we're going to head down this way. There is information desks down here as well, and there's also the Red Garter Saloon, which is the bar, but we can't get in there at the moment because obviously all the meet and greet and things is going on. But there is the Red Garter Saloon there as well. So the next thing we have here is the general store, and this is where you can get, again, all your merchandise and things like that as well. There is also pin trading and the pin releases and things like that as well, if you're into that, if you're into all the pin trading. And then we've got a little bit of a display here showing off little Chip and Dale in their cowboy outfits and things, and Goofy on his horse there as well, we can see. But we're going to go into the general store, and again, very similar things to what they had. We've got plushes, Woody and the Woody outfits and things take a bit more of a front seat in here with the theming of the resort. We've got all the Disneyland Paris collection again as well. Tea towels, socks, tops, Mickey soap dispensers. We've also got the general little snacks, popcorn, sweets. There is some plastic bowls, plates, cups, things like that as well. There's actually some baby bottles down there as well, which I didn't see in the other resort. So that's handy for anybody if they forgot things like that. A little drinks fridge if you just want a little bottle of Coke or something like that. Just cups, mugs, plates, dishes, tumblers. And then we've got some cars themed merch as well. We've got some of your mini ears there as well. Some winter coats, with it being the winter season and a little bit chilly there. We've got some jackets and things just to keep some of the little ones warm. And again, just some of the sort of light up ones kind of thing. Things that the kids would want, plushes. There is some suitcases and things. There is a couple of different things in here compared to Santa Fe. I feel the shop here is a little bit bigger as well. But again, key rings, things like that, pins over there. So that was where we entered the store, at that door there. If we just literally turn around, we have the entrance to Starbucks. And again, in Starbucks there is specific Disneyland Paris mugs and things like that as well. And that was the same in Santa Fe as well. So if you do collect these, you have mugs for Disneyland Paris. You have Avengers Campus there as well. Park Walt Disney Studios. Pastries, your coffees, your little sort of grab and go selection. And again, There is access outside the back of the resort and all these things. So if you don't want to go into the reception, if it's busy, you can get access to the front and back of the resorts. So just to give you an idea on how expansive Hotel Cheyenne is, all the way up there is the top of the resort, and all of these buildings, there is a little laundry over there by the way as well, but all of these buildings are the main buildings where you would stay in. And then behind me we've got the main building of the resort with all the Starbucks and the bar and things like that. Now the resort, if I walk over here, keeps on going. Bonjour. So if we come around the back of the main buildings, which again you can get access this side as well to the chuck wagon, to the general store, to the Starbucks. So again, you don't have to go into the reception to get into any of these or anything. You can get straight into the Starbucks here. You can see there's a door there, straight into the general store, and there is a door for the Starbucks and things as well. Now there is no tall buildings I can get up to on this one, just to give you an idea of how big this resort is. But this is the main area at the back of the buildings. So the front of the resort where we started is through there. That's the Red Garter Saloon where Woody was meet and greeting at the front of that as well. And you can see all the way down there, there is more main buildings where you would stay, all the way down there past all these tables and things as well. So again, it's quite a big resort. You can see some of the names on the buildings as well. There's Jesse James, Wild Bill Hickok. So they are all themed to cowboys. And again, that is the other street going right up to the other end of the resort. So you have one end of the resort up there. We have this very open area out here. We have all the main buildings. And then right at the end of this main building was where we were just starting off there. And you can see that street was going all the way up there. So again, these two resorts, both Santa Fe and Cheyenne, are the most expansive, are the most spread out. They are also the furthest from the Disney parks as well. And it probably is about a 15-20 minute walk from these two resorts into the parks. You can walk along the river. It will bring you out at Lake Disney, Disney Village, and then into the entrance of the parks. And it is about 15-20 minutes. So next up at this resort, because we are staying, I'm going to give you a bit of a tour of the room so you can get an idea of what the room is like and what facilities that has in as well. And then after that, we'll be heading over to Sequoia Lodge. So let's go and take a look at what the rooms are like in Hotel Cheyenne. So we are room number 2152 in the Cheyenne. So I'm just going to give you the room tour since we're staying here anyway, because we've already sort of been around the resort. So as we first go in, we've got a little safe down there. We've got some storage under the floor. We've got some hangers to hang some things up, and we've also got some storage on top, so plenty of storage. There's also storage there as well. A couple of cups, a couple of bottles of water, a couple of plugs there if you want to plug any phones or anything in. There's also some hangers there, and there's plenty of space to put something there if you want to put anything there. As we just turn into the main room this way, it is all Toy Story themed. You can see we've got some artwork on the walls there with Woody and Jessie and Bullseye. And then I like this is all themed to wood. And then you've got up here what looks like a shelf with the toys on, and a cowboy hat and a couple of boots. That's a pretty nifty little detail. Curtains are obviously themed to Woody as well. And there's a nice little bench there as well if you wanted to sit there, put your shoes on. The beds have got these sort of cow blanket things on as well. There is a couple of plugs in between the beds, but it doesn't look like there's any USBs. And there is a little table there in the corner, but it doesn't look like it would be anywhere that you would actually put your phone on. We have a coffee break there with some tea. And there is a little coffee machine there as well. There's a coffee machine. I think there is a plug. Oh, that's actually a UK plug and two USBs. Wow, a UK plug. Wow. We've got the TV there as well. And then we've got this Woody themed lamp. There's also a kettle. and a couple of cups there as well. Plenty of drawer space underneath. Looks like you've got 6 full drawers, and there is space under the beds as well where you could put cases and things like that, so there's plenty of storage in this room. If we come back this way, we've got the bathroom here as well. Nice big mirror, one sink, but plenty of counter space as well. Got some towels, obviously we have the loo. You do have a built-in hair dryer if you want to make use of that as well. And then the shower is actually pretty cool as well. The tile is all themed to wood, so it's definitely been upgraded. I mean, we haven't been here for a long time. And there is a couple of little bottles down there as well as the sort of shower stuff there as well. A couple of hangers on the door for the towels. And then a tiny little bar of soap there as well. So yeah, so that is the room at the Cheyenne, pretty basic. Hope this little room tour helped you out. For now, that concludes the tour of the Cheyenne. Now we've toured the room, so it will be on to the next one, which will actually be Sequoia. Now we have looked at Hotel Cheyenne. We are here in Sequoia Lodge, which is pretty much the next tier up. I am starting here at the front of the hotel where you would check in. We have the Golden Forest Club, which is very similar to Newport, and some of the higher hotels do have sort of club levels with exclusive lounges, perks, things like that. I won't go through what the perks are, but you can find those on the Disneyland Paris website, just in case they change. As we go through the hotel, you will see on the left, we've got the arrival desks, and this is where you would first check in when you first come. We just have a seating area there, and then just as we walk through, now this hotel is a little bit different. It's kind of a U-shape rather than one big rectangular lobby, and you'll see that as we go through. There is a map here, and you can see what I mean by the U-shape as well on here. So the hotel is comprised of the main building, which is this area, and you can see that's the U-shape I was talking about, and then you have the main wings off either side. Here you have the sort of restaurants down the bottom, you've got the shop and things there, and then you've also got the main pool there, which is the Quarry Pool and Health Club, and then also you've got the lodges as well, which are separate buildings, because you can book a lake view room and stay in the main building. You may stay in the main building with a non-lake view room as well, but obviously none of the lodges will have a lake view room. There's also the information board as well, which will give you park hours and various different information about what's going on in the resort at the time. Just on the left as we continue on, we've got the concierge desk. If you've got any needs, shuttles, you want to book any excursions, things like that. And there's also the Redwood Bar and Lounge. There's a queue to get in, maybe able to show you it from the other side. There is some toilets over there as well, just on that side. And again, we've just got some nice little touches as we go around with various different bits of merch. We've got Chip and Dale there, being mischievous as they always are. As we continue round, there is the little prairie section, which is the kind of kids section where there's different things for them to do, little TV, games, so they can just sit and just chill out while you're doing something, checking in or whatever. Now as we bend around here, there is a little bar, which is just on the outside there, if you just want to get a drink and go and sit down. And you'll see, this is the Redwood Bar and Lounge that I was talking about. So you can see a little bit into that there, and you can see the big stone fireplace there as well, where you'd be probably lucky to get a seat in there at the fire. We have done before, but I think it was like sort of early on. At night time, people tend to sort of stay in those seats. Now as I turn to the left here, you'll see some stairs going down. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this little bit first before we move around to the sort of other side of the U-shape. And what you'll see, there is another set of stairs that goes down, but I'll show you from up here. So on this bottom level, this is where the two restaurants are. So over there, you've got Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek is more your a la carte restaurant where you can just order things off the menu. You then have the doors which will go out to Lake Disney, and obviously you can get to Newport, Disney Village, things like that from there as well. Now you can see how busy it is at the moment. That is the queue for Hunter's Grill. Hunter's Grill is the buffet restaurant where you can book a table and go and eat. Me and Ange did eat there last year, so I'll put a little bit of footage in there so you can actually see what it looks like in Hunter's Grill with some of the food. Now, as we just come back up the stairs, we're going to continue along the bottom of the U shape. And also, by the way, there is a lift here as well, so you don't necessarily have to do the stairs. So there is a lift there if you want to use that. There is a photo up there, and that will also be the character meet and greet. You can see they've got the ropes here. Normally, characters will meet at different points through the day. It may... there we go. I was just looking for the times. So there we go. So character meet and greets, and that's from 8:15 to 11. So down that way is just the wing where you would stay. And this here, which I will go into in a second in another door, is the store. So again, the Redwood Bar and Lounge is basically the middle of the U. So you can see we're looking at the third side of the Redwood Bar, and this is also where the exit to the bar is, up by here. So you can see this would be where you would come out of the bar, and you can see there is quite a few seats in there, but there is also a queue to get in there as well. We've got a few games here, pool tables, foosball, things like that for some of the kids to play if they're old enough and you just want to sit in the bar and they want to come out here and you're okay with that. But this, we've come around to the other end of the store, and just like a lot of the other stores, there is things that you can get if you want a little drink or anything like that. You've missed some merchandise in the parks. There's the animation collection dolls and things there as well, and then we've got some plushes, some water bottles, glasses, mugs, the little shoulder pals and things, magnets, lanyards, pens. We have got some Pandora here as well. And you can see they've got some of the Disneyland Paris collection, the ears and things like that as well. So if you do miss anything in the parks, or you can't find your size in the parks, potentially you may actually find something here instead, or if you just want to save carrying it back. So again, we can see there's ears, there's gloves, they've got backpacks, they've got hats with it being the winter season on. There is potato chips and or crisps if you're from the UK. There is the jars of cookies, there is boxes of biscuits, there is also some popcorn, candy floss, various different bits of sweets, M&Ms, things like that as well. Just down there, there is a couple of bits of Lion King merch and things like that. Again, everything that would just be available normally in the store. Hi, I just wanted to pop in very quickly because one thing that I did notice when I was sitting editing this vlog is I didn't really point out in the store, and I did make a comment, as you've just heard, saying, it's like mostly stuff that you get from the parks, which is correct. There is, however, a couple of things you can get, like Sequoia merchandise, which we noticed as well. So just to give you an example, this was one of the things that we brought back with us, which you'll probably see in the whole video. So there is a couple of little bits of resort specific merchandise, like you see this mug here, where it has got the Sequoia Lodge logo and things like that on it as well. I did just want to point out to you guys that there is specific resort merchandise in Sequoia, as well as some of the other hotels like Disneyland, Newport, and also Hotel New York, which you'll see coming up in just a sec once we've finished the tour of the Sequoia. So that being said, I'll let you get back to it. So we've come back out here. We are back at the exit, and this is just where we were with the pool tables. And as we come down here, this will be the Golden Forest Lounge, and this is obviously if you're staying in that Golden Forest level. There is a few seats here as well where you can sit out. Golden Forest Lounge will be exclusive to Golden Forest Club members. So like I say, it is a big U-shaped building. You've got that bar and lounge in the middle, and then the walkways just go around the outside of that. But I hope that's given you a little bit of a tour of Sequoia with an idea of some of the things. We are staying here, so I will do a room tour as well, just to finish off, so you can see what the rooms in Sequoia look like, and then we'll be moving on to Newport to have a look what they offer as well. So here we are in a bit of a tour of the room in Sequoia. This is a Lakeview room. It's on the 3rd floor, so this is room 3231. Got the door to the back, so we've literally just walked in the room. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to turn to the left, and what you'll notice with this one is there is a separate door to the toilet and the bathroom, so if somebody does need to go in the shower, somebody can still be getting ready. So we've got a little bit of cupboard space down the bottom there, as you can see. Again, we've got the hairdryer there as well that we can use to dry our hair. There's a nice big mirror there. Hello. Couple of towels, a little bit of soap. Obviously you've got the sink there. On the other side you've got some storage to put a case up. You've got a safe. You've got more storage there. And then you've got, like I say, the separate door to the bathroom. We've got a few towels there. We've got the commode there as well. And if we just turn around, push this back, there we go. So we have a nice shower, and this is quite handy. Some people do wonder what this is. Now what you'll see is on the other side of the wall there is that little bracket, and what you can do is pull this wire out and actually hook it in there, and you've got a line there to hang things on and dry your clothes, and you can lock and unlock it by twisting that button. So I'm going to put that back because we could have done with that when it was raining just the other day. We've obviously got some shower gel and shampoo and things included as well. We're just coming back out of the bathroom, and obviously we're back at the main front door. We're just going to turn around. This room does have a connecting door to an adjoining room. We've got a nice long mirror just for you to check that you look fantastic before you go out, and then we are into the main room. So it is all Bambi themed, so what you'll notice around the tops of the walls, we've got Bambi, Thumper and various different characters. Well, it just seems to be repeating the cycle of 3 actually, but that is quite nice. We've got some nice artwork on the walls there as well. There is 2 nice big double beds which look quite comfy. We've got the telephone, we've got the remote, there's a nice little drawer there. We've got these lights above the beds, which I'm not sure if you watch the vlogs, but my little bugbear about the room in Cheyenne was the fact that it was right above your heads when you were sitting up. These ones are actually in the middle of the bed, so probably not where you're going to be sitting if you're sharing a bed with somebody. Turn around, we have a nice little table and chairs in the corner with a little lamp if you want to do a little bit of work on a laptop, or just, you know, sit and ring somebody and stand the phone up there and sit on a chair. A couple of free bottles of water, some glasses, and then we've also got TV there in this nice little unit, and we've also got the kettle and the coffee maker and everything as well. There is actually a charging block built in here, funnily enough, which already it's got a couple of plugs in the side and also wireless charging on the top, so that may be handy. And I've just spied there's a plug right in the corner there as well. And like I said, this was a Lakeview room. I'll try and show you the best I can, but that is right out the back of Sequoia looking onto Lake Disney there as well. So that's going to be it for the room tour in Sequoia, and for the Sequoia Hotel itself. That will end this little tour, and we will now move on to Newport Bay. So let's get across there and we'll see what they've got in their reception, what they have to offer, what the restaurants are, and things like that as well. So next stop on our resort tours is Disney's Newport Bay Club. This is the next tier up from Sequoia. Again, as we always do, we're starting just with my back to the doors here, where you will actually enter in the front of the hotel. And what we're going to do is we're going to start on the left here, where you have the Compass Club. So the Compass Club is specific if you book a Compass Club room or suite. You get your own private reception, valet parking as well. It does include breakfast and afternoon tea in the private Compass Club lounge, and then you also get some concierge services and turn down service as well. This reception is quite thin but quite long. So literally, that is actually the back. So you can see literally if I stand here, we've got the front and it goes all the way down there, but this is the back. So it is quite thin. Now the two restaurants are down the stairs, which we will go and see in just a little bit. If we just turn and go down this corridor to the left, as with most of the hotels, there will be theming along the corridors. In this case, it is different kinds of sailboats that you can see on either side. And just here we have the Captain's Quarter Bar. We can see here the opening hours are 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. You can see there's a little private lounge area there. You will have to wait a second just to be seated, but you can see here we've got the bar area and a few cakes and things like that as well. And we've got some of the American Cup winners here. So this, as we mentioned earlier, is the Compass Club Lounge, where you would come for your breakfast or your afternoon tea if you were booking one of the Compass Club suites. You can see there it is exclusive and limited access to Compass Club members only. And then the only thing that's left down this corridor is the convention centre. Which is just down there, so we're not going to go any further than that. But that is the convention centre there. So heading back down this corridor, we are just going to go back down here to the main reception. So just like that, we are back into the reception area. What we are going to do is just walk straight ahead here. So as we walk straight ahead, you have the arrival desks on the right, where obviously you will check in, and there's quite a few arrival desks there. And there's also information screens and things like that, as well as a plan of the hotel on the wall there. There is an indoor and an outdoor pool here as well. And just opposite the arrivals desks, we have Bay Boutique, which is the shop for the hotel. There is a separate online check-in desk and also concierge desks down there as well. But the Bay Boutique is quite a big store, so we will have a quick look at this just to give you an idea of what's in. So we have some Pandora charms, we have just various different mugs and other things, and a lot of the stuff you will find in these stores is things that you can get either in World of Disney and Disney Village or in the parks as well. But obviously if it's more convenient for you to get them at your hotel, save carrying them or anything like that, then you can do that. On that note, one thing I haven't mentioned is if you do spend over €50 and it is before 3 p.m, you can actually have your merchandise shipped to your hotel boutique. So once you get back to the boutique later on that night, it will be available for you to collect. And we have used that service before and it works absolutely perfect, especially if it is heavier items maybe that you're getting or something like that. But again, all these collections that we're seeing here, these are all available in the parks as well. So don't panic. If you have forgot something in the parks, then obviously you can come here and get it. Or if they haven't got the size you're looking for as well, then you can also have a look and just see if they've got your size in the actual hotel store as well. So that's a quick tour of the Bay Boutique store. So again, we're back out in the reception. This door is just slightly further down from the one we went in, which is just up there. So if we turn this way, the only thing I believe is down here is the pool. There is a little bit of a kids area there as well. If the little ones want to colour in, watch some TV, some cartoons, things like that. The only thing, which I won't be able to show, because obviously people might be swimming and things like that, there is a pool, which is just off here and then down to the right down the stairs. That is the pool area down there as well, which we have stayed at this resort before quite a long time ago, and we did make use of the pool. So the only thing to show you now is where the restaurants are. So we're going to go back into the main reception area, and what we're going to do is just walk all the way back past Bay Boutique, which is on the right here, and we're going to walk all the way back to where we first came in at the reception, and then straight opposite where I showed you where the stairs were before, we're going to just walk down those stairs at the back, and you will see that there is 2 restaurants here in Newport, and there is also a lift to get down here as well. So the restaurants here you will see is the Yacht Club and Cape Cod. So if we just go straight down these stairs, and then you have the Yacht Club, which is on the left, and Cape Cod on the right, and you can book both of these in the app. So the Yacht Club, this is more your a la carte menu, with your wines, desserts, foods, main courses, things like that, starters. You're looking at about 18-19 euros for a starter, and depending on what you order from the mains, it looks like they range from about 30 to maybe 40-45 euros. And obviously this is for the breakfast as well. You can see there, breakfast 30 euros for an adult and 25 for a child, and that is buffet as well. And then on this side, you can see through there, you have Cape Cod. Cape Cod is your buffet, and all of the buffets, by the way, do include one free drink, which is a cold drink, not hot drinks. And you can see here it is 45 euros for an adult or 25 for a child. If we turn around, this is the entrance, or the exit should I say, out to Lake Disney and where you would exit to the parks. So now we've had a look at Newport Bay and all the services and everything it has to offer in the restaurants. We are going to move on to, again, the next tier up, which is Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, and have a look what they have over there. So we continue the tours with Disney's Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel, and we are going to start like we always have done in the main lobby area. So as we actually come through the main doors, you can see first of all we've got a lot of artwork from the comics. So we've got some Spider-Man stories up here right above. If we start working our way around to the left, we have a luggage drop-off area. If you are coming to the hotels but going to the parks and your room's not ready, you can drop your luggage off. We also have a main reception area as well, where you can get yourself checked in. Moving further up, we've got some more artwork up above there, little Avengers going on, and down there where we'll be going in a second, we've got the shops, restaurants, things like that. Coming towards the back of the lobby, we've got some masks and Marvel related items. Iron Man replica mask, 250. Spider-Man, 200. Captain America's shield, 250. We've got some figurines as well, and all of these will be able to purchase at the actual store as well. Also got some pieces of artwork, 70 euros, 30 euros, 30 euros. We've got these nice side details where we can see a bit of Ant-Man and the Wasp and things there as well. And that's the same on these columns as well. All throughout the lobby we have different superheroes. We have Iron Man over there. We have Spider-Man, we have Black Widow. So it's all little details that just make it all Marvel. Side, apart from the Spider-Man comics where you first come in, we actually have some Avenger story panels that we have up on the tops. Out of the back entrance through there is the entrance to the parks and also Lake Disney as well. And at the moment, with it being a bit of the Christmas season, we've got obviously all the Christmas decorations up. They have got a really huge tree out the back and also 3 giant Marvel themed baubles as well. So that is everything that's on the left side as we enter. Coming down the right side, we've got a concierge, kids club, pool, fitness room are down there. We've got some Iron Man replica armours here. See those there. We've also got the Skyline bar there as well, which is open from 5 in the evening till 1. And we've been in there before. Last time we were here, we went in and grabbed a table, tried some mocktails when we were there. It's nice to just sit in there, and there's sort of a window at the back, and if you keep an eye out, there's various things that will happen in those windows. It's not that big in there. Generally, if you're coming later on at night, like it is at the moment, it's round about 8. You'll find yourself in a queue to get in, and it could just be various different lengths depending on how long people are in. That's the main lobby. Let's go down to the right since we're off that side anyway. So again, some of the artwork here is absolutely unreal, and it does tell you with the pieces of artwork who the artist is, where they're from, what it's called. It's the hotel exclusive and it's from 2019. Same with this one as well, done by the same artist, 2017. So it does give you all the information about the artists and things like that if you want to stop and have a look and just take in a few of the sights. Now this is the exit for the Skyline bar where you would come out, but again you can get another idea in there of how big this is. Last time we were sitting up there. But like I say, keep an eye on the rear windows if you're ever sitting there for a little while. This is the Bleecker Street Lounge, and this bar is open from 11 to 3 p.m. And then it says outside this area is at your disposal, so you can come in here and you can have a little bit of a look around. Obviously the main bar, the Skyline bar, is open, so this will just be used as a quiet area to come and sit in if you'd like to come and chill out. Yeah, I've got some really nice baubles and things in here at the moment, but obviously once the Skyline bar opens, I mean this will close at 3, there'll be a couple of hours crossover. Skyline bar will open at 5, but outside of those 11 to 3 hours, then you're free to just come in and use that as a lounge. More artwork on the walls, Doctor Strange, got some Captain America artwork over there. Again, Christmas season, so we've got Christmas trees and things. I wouldn't say Marvel themed, just kind of red baubles and silver baubles, not really themed Christmas trees. And again, coming further down, we've again got artwork on the walls. Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, Mysterio, Captain America, Black Cat, Scarlet Witch, Hulk, Deadpool. And then as we come down here, and I do like the theming of the corridors leading to the rooms as well. It is all themed, and again you can see there's artwork on the walls, and it's all just really Marvel themed. Down here we have Kids Club and Spa Design Studio. Oh, we've got some cartoons and things going on. Got some tablets, artwork on the walls. You can do a little bit of drawing and things. Yeah, the only thing we've got up the back there is the pool and the fitness room up there, but obviously there'll be people swimming and working out, so I don't want to go in and disturb anybody. But yeah, you can use those amenities if you're staying at the hotel as well and you want to make use of the fitness area, go in the pool, things. So as you can see, we are back out in the main lobby, and just for a bit of wayfinding, that was where we've just come from with the pool and the fitness area, back out into this main lobby bit, and we're going to go straight over now. And down here we have got the restaurants and things. Now we have got a table booked in a couple of days for downtown, so I'll be able to put some little clips of that in. Again, coming down here we've got just various different bits that you could buy, pretty much the same as what was round the corner just there as well. Again, artwork on the walls, figurines. We have the New York boutique, which will give you all the Marvel merch that you need. Figures, cups, teas, kids things, little Spidey flasks, bowls, mugs. We've got key rings. Things like Hawkeye bows, all the Spider-Man merch you could ever want. Some of this stuff you can get in the parks, and some of it will be Hotel New York exclusives. So you can see they've got the Hotel New York mugs there. Different version of the mugs from that. We've got umbrellas and things like that as well. They do have the scented candles for €40, which is quite nice. A bit expensive for the size candle it is though. Again, hats, toys, so any merch that you could want, you could get. Funko Pops, pieces of artwork as well. Just a couple of little drinks you could buy. Marvel Loungefly, some bags. And then some of the Scarlet Witch Spirit jerseys, Loki. Some of the stuff, like I say, I've seen in the parks, and some of the stuff I haven't actually seen in there. Not a huge shop, but it's just big enough for what you would need if you were staying in the hotel. So we are going to exit the gift shop exactly the way we came back in. We are going to turn to the right and continue down here. And like I said, we've got the restaurants down here. There's 2 restaurants. Again, just got some bits of merch in here. Thor's hammer, bits of jewellery. A couple of photo ops here as well. Or there used to be. Looks like there's just one at the moment, so there's one for the Avengers there that you can see. So when we get into this little bit here, you've got the lifts and the wings to the hotels. Looks like there's a lot of people waiting for the lifts at the moment. Down here you've got the Convention Centre, Superhero Station, Empire State Club Reception and the Empire State Lounge. I believe the Empire State is a higher tier. So in here we've got a lot of comics on the walls and things that you can sort of have a look at. Again, more comic panels there. There's the Empire State Lounge actually. 7 till 10 that's open. So down here really is the Convention Centre, which I'm not going to go into, and then you've got the Superhero Station, which just says join us for photography. I don't want to go in. There's somebody cleaning the windows, but looks like you can get some photos and things taken in there. So what we're going to do is head back out to where that little photo op was, and just like that we are back at the photo op. Again, a little bit of wayfinding. That was where we've just come from. That is back out to the main reception. That is the end of the shop where we just were before. And then what we've got down here is the downtown restaurant and the Manhattan restaurant. So you can see there's 2 sides. Manhattan is the more, I would say, upscale restaurant, and downtown is the all-you-can-eat buffet. You can see we will be in here later on in the week, but we can see that's downtown through there. looks quite busy at the moment. I think our table is booked for 6. But again, we've got some nice artwork, which is obviously, it's the Art of Marble Hotel, so there is lots of artwork going on that you can look at and appreciate. And again, you can see the buffet on the back, but I will put some footage in of that once we have our little booking in a couple of days' time. So it looks like the buffet is split into 3 parts. We've got Asian, where we've got rices and various different things there. It's Asian, American, and also Italian. We've got some desserts here, which look a little bit similar to what we had yesterday, but there is some different stuff there as well. A bit of salmon, and then you've got the Italian section. So you've got pizzas, you've got pastas, you've got bolognese sauce, 4 cheese, spaghettini. We've got vegan lasagna, eggplant parmesan, some various different things, and then we've got more desserts as well, which got Thor's hammer and a little dessert and things there as well. And then got some little bits of bread and various different things. And this is the American section where we've got potato gratin, we've got mac and cheese, we've got Mickey potatoes, veggie chili, green beans, we've got some ribs, we've got some chicken, mini burgers and things as well. So yeah, it seems like a good selection. And like I say, you've got the Manhattan restaurant, which it looks busy outside, so I'm not going to be able to kind of peek in, but this is the more upscale restaurant of the 2. So downtown, it's 55, kids are 30 as well. They do things for birthdays as well, and they do a continental breakfast, which is 32 and 26 for kids. Obviously not all you can eat, but you can see some of the options there. And if you want to scan that QR code, you'll be able to have a look at yourself at the menu. But yeah, you've got different pastas, soups, desserts, main dishes. That's a full tour of the Hotel New York, all the amenities they offer, you know, everything that's here. So on to the next one, which will now be the most expensive of the resorts here at Disneyland Paris, and that is the Disneyland Hotel, which is the big pink hotel, which is right above the entrance to the parks. So let's go and have a look at that one. So next stop on the tour is the Disneyland Hotel. This is me standing with me back to the main entrance. The lobby here is unreal. It's, I mean, look at that chandelier. That chandelier is just unbelievable, especially with that Disney castle in the middle. It is the last night of Christmas when I'm filming this, so we've got all the garlands and everything around all over there as well. If we start off here, we've got a few nice relaxing couches that you can lie on, have a sleep like that chap there. And then also we've got the Christmas tree here as well, which will probably be gone after today. A nice big fireplace with some castle artwork there as well. There is a really nice smell, and I think they sell the candle for this as well. Over here we've got concierge services. That's over to the right hand side. And we've got this nice seating area in the middle with a few seats and tables and things like that where you can just sit and chillax. And we've also got a reception desk there. We've got another couple of reception desks here. Concierge on the right when you first come in, reception all on the left. And there's an information desk, although there is no one there at the moment. Out the back here, around the back of the staircase, you can actually get out to the parks. So if you've ever been to Disney before, where you actually exit the parks and you sort of go out to the right, this is the entrance where you would come into the hotel. Got some really nice, it's kind of like 3D. I don't know if that comes off, but I don't know if you can see the sort of tree there reflected on the back of the lit up mirror. And this tree kind of standing in front of the castle, so it's almost like a 3D effect. That chandelier, and then the way it sort of, if you look, it actually wraps around and comes all the way up to there. unreal. We're going to go up the stairs and I'll turn around and show you the lobby from here. I've got a nice couple of little Christmas trees and a couple of seating areas. There you can see the lobby. As we reach the top of the stairs, we're obviously just looking at this little bit. We are going to turn to the left. Now I believe that if we turned to the right, that is what's going to take you to where the store and things is. But just wanted a little look on here because there's some absolutely great artwork. As you can see here, I've got some artwork from Brave. Like, these are all kind of 3D pieces. I don't know if I can show you it as well as it looks, but this bit with Zaz, it was actually standing out. And then this bit with the giraffes is behind that. And then the bit with the lines and stuff is behind that again. So it's like different layers to it and they're all like that. Obviously we're back at the staircase because it's only a short little run. We'll walk along here. So we're going to walk along, and again another great view of the lobby there as well. As we can see along here, this goes over the top of where you would exit the park, and there's the boutique, the Castle Club, bar, restaurants, D-lounge, kids club, pool, spa. Yeah, so you can see, I don't know if you can see properly outside with the reflections, but try and cover the camera a bit. You can see there, that's the actual top of the Christmas tree and the Main Street station and the gates where you would come out. So as we continue along the corridor, limited edition Snow White, Mother Gothel, €130 each, €200 for the Ariel, €200 for the Tiana. So in another twist, and again, if you've ever watched us in vlogs, you know what we're like.
Spontaneity is trees, I would say.
This Disneyland print is a replica of the one that is above the fireplace in the lobby of the Disneyland Hotel. It's €219. We hopefully should get our annual pass discount, but we are going to buy it to go home with. So yeah, I think we're going to stop and actually buy that.
This is why you come in the car.
So you can take what you want, yeah, exactly. So we're going to go and buy that and then we will continue the tour. There we have the Royal Collection Boutique. So in the Royal Tailor Salon, this is where you would come up, you can get all the kids done as little princesses and princes, dresses, things like that as well, which is through that door. It is part of the main store. Obviously you've got all the princess dresses and things here as well. She is now, obviously you've got all the merchandise, which is going to change from time to time. At the moment, you've got the Disneyland ornaments, you've got the Spirit jerseys, Cinderella prints. Spirit jersey's probably 70, 80? Ooh, 90. Ornament is 30. Which is quite nice. It feels very light, so it's obviously very fragile. We've got the Princess Mini in, 35. Disneyland Hotel candle, €40. Quite a small candle for €40.
Smell-o-vision.
Oh, it is nice, though. It does smell like when you come in. They've obviously got like one of the sort of smell-itzers, as I think they call them. What about the scent? What about the scent thing, Ange, there? 60. All this merchandise will change from time to time. And they have got resort-specific T-shirts and things here. Yeah. Disneyland exclusive Dooney and Burke's. 300 for the little one. 450 for that one. Just merchandise that you can pick up at some of the parks. Some of the Christmas stuff is still on. Obviously this will be changed out shortly as well.
Oh, look, Cinderella. Oh, that's stunning.
So there's the glass slipper there, which is 6,900. 119 for the tiara.
Oh, that is just...
The Cinderella.
That, I think it's like 50.
Yeah, 15,000. If you've got to ask how much that castle is, you can't afford it. That's why there's no price. We'll go in the shop on the way back. TV there advertising some of the salon services and things like that. This is the Castle Club, Founders Restaurant. Yeah, so Fleur de Lis over there and the Royal Banquet Restaurant over there, and the table de Lumiere. So that was wasn't that like where they done the popcorn and stuff like that on that little cart? Yeah. Then we've got some seating areas around here, and then we've got the fireplace over there with a little bit more seating, and also Christmas tree. It's decorated lovely, this hotel, for Christmas as well. We haven't got a table booked or anything, but there you have the Royal Banquet Restaurant as well. And then the La Table de Lumiere Restaurant as well. And then you've got the Fleur de Lis bar, which is overlooking the front entrance. So Fleur de Lis is open from 11 to 1. Cocktails, spirits, wine, whiskies. There is a QR code down there if you want to check that out, where you can scan it and also have a look at the menu as well. You can see there's quite a few tables here, and you've got the bar at the back. Oh, look who we've spotted. Presuming they are going to the Royal Banquet Restaurant, which is going to be we'll be there for the character meet and greets. So yeah, so that's kind of this area here as well. So I've just seen there's a sign over here for D Lounge. So again, this walkway just goes all the way along, and it goes right from the main lobby. Look, Disneyland Hotel Champagne, 150. So again, you can see the halls are lined with a lot of stuff here. There's some of the merch that you can get in the resort. The candle, there's like a scent spray thing as well, and a little like white tea thing. Yeah, the sweatshirt there. 70 euros. Finally, right along the end of that corridor, we have the lifts and also the kids club and the pool and the spa as well, which is just off to the left there. So with that brings the resort tours to an end. Hope they helped you. I know some people do like to have a look around the hotels and know what they're coming to. If you are coming here, some people like to know where things are and you know, navigate around or be a bit less anxious about coming somewhere you haven't been before. So hope they've helped you out. Hope you've enjoyed them. This video's probably ran a little bit longer, so if you're getting to this point and you're still seeing us, thanks very much for sticking around and looking at all the hotels. But with that, we are done, and we will see you on the next one.
So we'll sing you a little song, and it won't be very long, about so long. So